Complementary angles. Okay, what do we know about complementary angles? What? They add to be 90 degrees. So this plus this will equal 90 degrees. Complementary angles means they sum up to be 90 degrees. We learned on Thursday about supplementary angles. What do we know about them? Good. They add up to be 180. So they add up to be 180 degrees. Now these are also called straight line angles. We have a straight line. The straight line angles will add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, vertical angles. What do we know about vertical angles? They are congruent. So the vertical angles are angles that are right across from each other, exactly opposite. So look at my green angles. Those are vertical angles, and they are congruent, meaning they're equal. Look at my blue angles. We have those also vertical angles straight across from each other. Vertical angles are equal. Does everybody see how we just have this line crossing with this line? Yes. Okay, awesome. Yes.
So when you do this, you must come back to this page and write that stuff down.
Yes. Did you miss that yesterday? Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I did too.
I'll put this back up here when I set you free to work, and then you can, yeah, good question, Tyler. Okay, so this is what we learned yesterday, guys. Corresponding angles. Now remember, this was the hardest one for people to see, but corresponding angles should be pretty easy. Now corresponding angles means they're on the same side of the transversal. So we have those two parallel lines and the transversal. Corresponding angles will be on the same side of the transversal and in the same place. So does everybody look at the blue angles? Do you see how they're on the same side of the transversal?
Yes.
Okay, and they're both on top of the parallel lines. Do you see that? So those are the exact same angle they're corresponding. Now look at the red angles. Does everybody see how they're on top of the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal? So they are corresponding. Same with the green. Does everybody see how they're both underneath the parallel lines? And they are on the same side of the transversal, so they're corresponding. And then same with the yellow.
So
okay.
Your lines are
I'm sorry about that. Okay, now we learned also about, okay, what do we know about corresponding angles? They're congruent, so these are going to be equal. All right.
On the last one.
No, we'll get there. Alternate interior angles. They alternate on different sides of the transversal. Does everybody see how this is on this side of the transversal on the left, and then we have it on the right? Yeah. And they're interior because they're inside the parallel lines. Yeah. Does everybody see it? Yeah. And then what about the green? They alternate on different sides of the transversal, so they're alternate, and then interior means inside the parallel lines. So what do we know about alternate interior angles? They're congruent, they're equal. Okay, alternate exterior. Once again, alternate is the easiest one. You can see they alternate. One's on the left of the transversal and one's on the right of the transversal. And they alternate. And then on this one, it's exterior because it's on the outside of the parallel lines. Does everybody see it?
No.
Alternate, so Chanel, you weren't here yesterday, but this alternate, did you see how this is on the left of the transversal?
Yeah. And
this is on the right of the transversal. It's called alternate. And then you see how these are the parallel lines? Yeah. And then this is the outside of the parallel lines? It's on the outside, right? It doesn't go inside the parallel lines. So alternate exterior. What do we know about alternate exterior angles?
Yeah.
They're congruent, they're equal. So we also have the green alternate exterior angles there. Okay, now these are our odd man out, the consecutive interior angles. What do we know about consecutive interior angles? They add up to be 180. These ones are not equal, guys. These ones sum up, they both add up to be 180 degrees. Very good. Way to remember that. So these are our odd man out. Now remember, consecutive means one angle right after the next, and they both have to be inside because these are consecutive interior, inside the parallel lines. One right after another, boom, boom, and they add up to be 180. Any questions? Yes, sir?
Are we going to get to the ones that got Shapiro and Bills?
This is everything we've learned, so.
Yeah, you guys really get into like this guy.
Oh, we're about to get into the magnets. Yes, sir?
The colors mean anything?
No, I was just showing you so that you could like focus. The red ones are equal, the green ones are equal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's apply this. Okay, so we're going to go through and use all that knowledge to figure out what type of angles we're given here. These are a lot easier than it looks. Okay, so let's look at these. Let's look at these and decide what angle relationship pair we have. So looking at this, guys, now notice we have this black parallel line to this black parallel line, and this transversal. Now some of you are looking at that and saying, that doesn't look parallel to me. It is.
It is not.
I'm telling you they're parallel. So it's not drawn to scale on purpose. Okay? Okay, so listen, guys. I'm telling you that these are parallel. Look at the little lines indicating they're parallel. They're not going to be drawn to scale. It's because we want to make sure you know the math, not the picture. Does that make sense? Guys, in secondary 2, our minds have to be able to work with the math, not the picture. So I'm telling you these lines are parallel, okay? And then this is our transversal.
Wait,
So
don't
with that
copy.
in mind, let's keep going. So A and D, what type of angles do we have right here? One's right across from each other.
Like correspond now.
Vertical. Good, Alex. These are vertical. Does everybody see how these are vertical angles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Good, Alex. Vertical angles. Very good. All right, now how about A and C? So that would be A and C. What are those? Somebody said it. No? You guys look at what angles. Don't just guess. A and C are straight line angles, guys. Does everybody see how that makes a straight line? Supplementary or straight line.
I got it.
Okay, so I'm going to erase this. Everybody watch. A and C, do you see how it doesn't fall on the two parallel lines? So it's not going to have what we learned yesterday, but A and C are straight line angles. Does everybody see it now? Okay. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on. Let's look at the next one. How about A and H? So I'm drawing it A and H.
They are who I got.
Nope. Somebody said alternate exterior. Who said that? Good. Ethan. Do they alternate on different sides of the transversal?
Yeah, they do.
And then they fall on the outside of the parallel lines. Good, Ethan. Alternate exterior. All right. Okay, stay with me. All right, let's do A and E. A and E. They're corresponding. How did you know they were corresponding?
Both on the same side on the
Okay, same side of the transversal, and they're both on top. Very good. Top of the parallel line. So these are corresponding. All right, B and D. So B and D would be B and D. Straight line angle. Straight line. Very good. How about A and C? Oh, we already did that one. All right, how about D? D and F. So that would be D and F. Consecutive. Interior. Good. They're consecutive, one right after another. They're on the same side of the transversal, and they're inside the parallel lines. Consecutive interior. Interior. Very good. Stay with me, guys, please. I'm going to set you free to work here in just a second. E and D. E and D. Alternate interior. They alternate on different sides of the transversal. They're inside the parallel lines. Very good. Alternate interior.
Wait, why did you cross out A and C again?
Because we already did that one.
Oh.
All right. Continuing. Stay with me. All right. How about F and G? So F and G, what kind of angle? Vertical. Good. Okay. G and C. Corresponding. How'd you know that?
They're both on the same side at the bottom.
Same side of the transversal and both on the bottom. Good. Oops. Okay, last few, and I'm not going to draw these ones because I want us just to look with our eyeballs and think about it. All right. F and B. F and B. Corresponding. You're right. They're both on top and they're on the same side of the
F
transversal.
and H, there's where it's
F and H. F and H are
straight line.
straight lines. Straight.
I'm gonna have an argument with that.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, good. F and H make a straight line, those two angles, right?
I'm gonna have 180.
So they'd equal 180. I'm just saying what kind of angles do we have?
So if they're on the same side,
All right. So then last one to practice. C and E.
alternate
Consecutive.
Interior.
Who said that? Good. Consecutive interior. Look, guys. They're consecutive, one right after another, and look, they're inside the parallel lines. Does everybody see it? Good. Oh, good.
I don't understand this at all.
All right. Well, you weren't here yesterday, so you'll try your best and then watch videos and get help, right? Okay. All right. Do problem 3. Ready, set, go. Okay, I want us to go through these, and so I'm telling you that these black lines are parallel. Let's go through and find X and Y using all this knowledge that we have, and then we can determine if corresponding angles are truly congruent. So we're going to go through these guys together. Alright, so there's a couple different things we can look at here. Now you need to understand something. There's different ways of solving every problem, and there's different processes with these. So it just depends on who you are and how you do it. Okay, now looking at this, we have two parallel lines and a transversal. Okay, so we know we have all these angles that go together, right? So if this is 110 degrees, isn't x its corresponding angle? Do they both sit on top of the parallel lines?
Yeah.
So what do we know about them? They're equal. So if this is 110 degrees. Now ask if you don't see why they're 110 degrees. Okay, if this is 110 degrees, if this is 110 degrees, what's this?
110. Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because they're vertical.
Vertical angles. Very good. Does everybody see how we did that?
Yeah.
Okay, try this next one by yourself. I'll have somebody come up and, oh wait. Are the corresponding angles congruent? Well, that's a corresponding angle to that angle. Are they congruent?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they are.
So that would have to be school lines too.
What? Sorry?
Because you put all one, like one right there, and then two right there, and two right there. So what does that mean that would not be those?
Yeah, I guess I should have drawn that. I should have drawn that too. I guess I was just trying to show that these two are vertical, so I drew two, but yeah. All right, guys, try this one by yourself. I'll have somebody else come up and do it.
Right here.
Go.
No, I don't.
Where does that go? Try it by yourself for a second. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Everybody listen.
So this, he was right when he said this were the same, but this is gonna be the same with this one, not this one. This is 120.
Wait, but how? Because that was
Explain to us how come.
because that looks like
Because
more.
this is what's that word?
Remember, we're
Corresponding.
going off of the map, not the picture.
Yeah.
So why are they corresponding? Tell us why.
Because they're both on the same place of the angle.
Correct.
So if you want to find y, this whole angle is gonna be 180. So 180 minus 120, which is 60.
Beautiful. There you
And
go.
they're vertical, so the other side's 60.
Okay, but we can stop there. You're right. That's a good idea. But you're right. Very good. Okay, does everybody see how we got 60? Now, Ryan, do you see how the corresponding angle would have been on top? Okay, awesome. And then Chanel, do you see it? Because we go with the map, not the picture.
Wait, are you calling him Ryan or Brian?
Ryan.
I thought you just called him Ryan.
Thank you so much. I'll give you both a treat for coming up. Thank you. Just a second.
Ryan.
Okay. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Moving on. Next one. Okay, I'm going to go through this one with you. If you have two parallel lines and a transversal, can we go through and find x and y?
Wait.
Yeah.
X is 120.
Okay, Alex, you just said it dead on. If that's 120, what's this? And you do that because they are what type of angle? Corresponding.
That's vertical angle, so that would be 120.
Okay, so this is 120. No, that's
That would
fine.
be
You go
a straight
120,
line angle.
You go 180, subtract 120.
Okay, awesome. So we have a straight line right there, right? And that's to be 180. Good, Chanel.
It's 60. Why is 60?
So good. 180 minus 120 is 60. Did we find x and y? Yes.
I like that one better.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. This one looks a little bit trickier. I'm telling you the black lines are parallel, not drawn to scale.
Draw the bills.
No? Okay. It's bugging you that much.
Freaking me out.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sure.
Ding, ding.
go.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So looking at this, guys, what's x?
X is.
X is.
X is. No,
55.
55. How'd you get that?
Because 125 vertical to the 1.
No, it's a straight line.
Either way, you're both thinking the same thing. So Brian went this way. He said this is 125, which is true.
Then that's a straight line.
And this is a straight line, so
Then 180 subtract 125.
180 minus 125 is 55 degrees. Does everybody see how that's 55 degrees? Good, Brian. All right. Well, okay. So I'm actually liking what Brian did here. So since this is 125, that's an alternate interior. Oh, there's a couple ways. Let's see what you guys want to do. What do you want to do from here? How should you find y?
What do you right below it? One that's consecutive exterior angle. I mean interior angle.
No, that's not interior.
I'm talking about.
Oh, that's interior. That's exterior.
Yeah, but then right below it, right there, would that be consecutive interior?
Consecutive interior. Oh, that's
So
one
you
way
do
of doing 80.
Dot
So
first
180,
instead of 180.
180 minus 125 is 55. Well, that's,
Therefore,
so what is
vertical
this?
angle, so that's 55.
And this is the vertical angle, so this is 55. Now you did it different, didn't you? And that was great. What did you do? I'm curious. Everybody listen.
I knew that X and Y were alternate exterior angles, so I knew what you said.
Love it. So he said, I saw that the X and Y are alternate exterior angles, so they're also congruent. 55 and
Good job,
55.
Jack.
Very good. Very good. All right. This one's tricky. You need to all watch because you'll get it all wrong if you don't watch this one. Okay, so given two parallel lines right here. So we have this black parallel line with this black parallel line. We have two transversals. Let's go through and see if we can solve X in this one. Okay? No, wait, listen. The red lines are not parallel. Okay? Okay, awesome. So the red lines are not parallel. They might look parallel, but I didn't tell you that they were parallel. Okay? So now understand. Parallel lines, the rules of parallel lines work like, so between parallel lines we know a lot. Between parallel lines we know a lot. But this way they're not parallel. This way, between the red lines they're not parallel. So we can't assume 25 degrees and this equal 180 because those aren't parallel lines. Does that make sense?
What?
So we've got to go through and work a different way.
But you can work
Consecutive interior.
if you
This way you can't.
put the
Because
other
they're not
You can
parallel.
do it that way. You do this way.
Okay, so Brian's saying let's do consecutive interior this way, and we can't do that because they are parallel, right?
But then I
So
know
180 minus 25 is.
165. No.
No. So guys, we know that these two angles are consecutive interior, so they should add up to 85. Okay, so if this is 155, what's this?
155.
155 because of vertical angles. Now if this is 25, this is
25.
25 because of vertical angles. Okay. Well,
But that means X should be 25.
no, wait. This is a different transversal than this. You can't just, you can't combine. So that's why we're doing this one. Okay, but we do know that this angle and this angle should add up to be what?
180.
So 180 minus 25 is
155.
155. If that's 155, what's this?
155.
Okay, and then same here. This should add up to be 180. So what is this?
25.
Well, that's 25, and this is. Okay, awesome. Now let's look. Can we go this way?
No.
No, the red lines aren't parallel. Is there anything on this line to get us to X?
No. Yes. It would be 25, wouldn't it? Because technically you're not
So
looking.
you're saying that underneath is 25, underneath is 25. Okay, but these lines aren't parallel. So this one's a tricky one.
Or
So-
would it be 155 because it's not going to be.
You can't use that information. So this is Chanel. The red lines aren't parallel. If they were parallel, you could say 25 is 25 done. Does that make sense? These red lines aren't parallel, so those relationships don't work that way. So look, over here we can't find X.
So that
Are you ladies listening? Okay, good, because you guys struggled on your quiz, so you definitely need to listen. So we can't solve X. Does that make sense in this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Was it that?
Well, yeah, we
Then
can't
it
solve
says-
it.
says
So
find
it's
X and Y.
If possible.
Y.
Find X and Y if possible.
But there's not even a Y.
There.
There you go.
Okay, awesome.
So it's undefined, right?
It just means not possible. You couldn't solve for X given the picture.
Here.
Okay, last one, and then I'm going to set you free to work. Please stay with me through this one. Given these two parallel lines and then these blue parallel lines, we have to go through and use the correct math to solve for X. So we have to come up with a true statement. Now, if you said that these were alternate exterior angles, I tell you you're wrong. Alternate exterior, you can't know that. These are on different transversals. Does that make sense, everybody? So you
No.
can't just, that transverse alternate exterior angle, this would be an alternate exterior with 2X.
So what did that do?
So this could be what?
2X.
Okay, I like that idea. Now look, are these lines parallel as well?
No. If we
Look.
got it,
Yes,
Blue,
they are.
blue are parallel too. So we can work this way. So now, what do we know about these angles?
They're
Wait.
They're congruent because of why?
2x. They come same.
Can anyone see why these two are now 2x? Now that we put 2x down here, because of alternate exterior angles
Straight line.
are corresponding. So we know that that's 2x, so this must be 2x. Now these are corresponding. Very good. Does everybody see how this sits on top of the parallel line, on top of the parallel line?
Wait, so
Okay,
This is Christian.
hold on. So those are corresponding angles. So what do we know about them?
So they're equal.
That they're equal. So a true statement would be to say 2x is equal to 3x plus 2. Now your answer would have been incorrect if you would have just said them equal. I would have said to you, no, you need to tell me why you did that. Because if you said alternate exterior angles, that wouldn't be true. Okay, so now let's solve for x.
How are they equal?
Because you know that if they're congruent, you get how they're congruent, right? Because they're corresponding, they sit on top of the parallel line, on top of the parallel line. Now congruent means equal. Yeah. So now let's solve for x piece by piece. Subtract 3x from both sides. And what do we get on the left?
Negative 1x.
Negative 1x, which is equal to 2. And then we'll just solve for x through 1. Divide by negative 1. We're trying to get x alone. Does that make sense, Alex? Okay, awesome. So we get x is equal to negative 2. All right, hopefully you guys get that. Here we go. Ready? Practice the problems 1 and 2 on the worksheet. All right, we're going to go through and fill this in, and it's going to help some of you that have been having a hard time seeing things, see things correctly. So we're going to go through together last one, and then I'm going to let you work for quite, I'm not going to bring you back to me again until we play our game. Okay, so let's go through and fill this in. Now first, before I answer any questions or anything, I want to tell you what we have here. So from now on, we're not going to ever assume we have parallel lines unless it's given. So we have these two black parallel lines. We know they're parallel because of the little arrows, but the red lines are not parallel. So remember, guys, you can use angles between parallel lines, but you can't use it between not parallel lines. So we can work this way and know a lot, but we can't work this way. Does everybody get that?
Yes, ma'am. So we can work side to side.
Well, not always. The picture might be different sometimes.
I'm talking about this picture.
Okay, if we're talking about this picture, yes.
Okay.
So let's go through and fill in the angles, and then let's see what we have here. So we're going to fill in all the angles. So this is 110. What's this?
110.
110, and you know that because of?
Vertical angles.
Do you want to come up still?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
So, this madness. My new word today is madness. So this one, I don't want these. This one and this one are corresponding, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
that would be one.
Alex, you're right. Okay, so stop there. Does everybody see what Alex just said? You need to be listening. Okay, listen. So Alex, you said if that's 110, then what's 110? Because they're both on top, they're corresponding angles. Very good.
And then this madness. Wait, no. Yeah. So this madness and this madness is vertical, so that's
Beautiful. Okay, pause. Is everybody following?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
And then this madness and this madness. No, not that madness.
Oh. You're not going to be able to see that. Okay, Alex, I'm going to take back over because we're going to get stuck.
But I knew I.
Alex, you help us out. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, this one. That's what I was.
Oh, okay, so Alex said that this is
80.
80 degrees because it's vertical. I'm loving it.
And that means there's another one over there, maybe.
Okay, so you're saying if this is 80, then this is
80.
because they're alternate what? Interior
Interior
angles. Okay.
things, alternate things.
Alternate interior. So then Alex, you're famous at this. What's this angle?
80.
Because it's a
Vertical.
vertical angle. Very good.
Math.
Now let's go through. What we're skipping is all our straight lines. Let's go through and figure them out. 180 is
70.
70, and then that's a vertical angle too.
70.
That's 70, right? Are you paying attention?
Wait, do the other side too.
Okay, so you're saying you said that this was 110, right?
Yeah, and then that's 170.
So you're saying that should add up to be 180. So this is
Wait, can you see from the red line?
yeah, because well we're moving this way, right? We're still moving this way.
Oh, so then.
So this is
70.
70. Okay. Now, okay. So now can we go this way?
Yeah, no.
No, those aren't parallel lines. So we'll have to do it a different way. Well, we have another straight line right there.
100.
100. If that's 100, what's this? Because the vertical angle's very good. And then we have another straight line right there. 100.
100.
And this is,
100.
or we could say, I'm going to do it this way. This is a corresponding angle to this. So this must be 100. And the vertical. So now look, guys. Notice all our vertical angles, they line up, they match up. Does everybody see it?
Yes.
That's a way to check your answers. Does everybody see how our vertical angles look beautiful? Okay, are we all good? Finish the worksheet completely. Ready, set, go. I want you working your little butts off.
I have that.
Right on 8